So I recently met up with a guy on Craigslist. Not like that. I sold him a gaming laptop and he asked what I did. I told him I do YouTube on the side. He looked at my channel and a few days later he reached out to me asking if I had any budget gaming PCs to sell him that would run Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, the new one that just came out. I said, sure, I could probably throw something together. So we agreed upon a build that would feature a Ryzen 7 5800X, 32 gigs of RAM, and a Radeon RX 6800 XT that I would sell to him for $750. But then the good folks at AMD caught wind of this little build and decided to send me, or rather the Craigslist guy, we'll just call him Bob, decided to send Bob a upgraded GPU in the form of a Radeon RX 79 XT, which is in this box right here. And you might be wondering, why did they send one GPU inside of such a massive box that weighs 35 pounds? Well, we're about to find out. And it looks like... Before we continue, thanks to Yaber for sponsoring this video. If you're looking to transform your setup space, elevate your gaming sessions, or build a makeshift home theater without breaking the bank, the Yaber K2S is a 1080p smart projector that offers outstanding picture quality for its modest price. It supports up to a 4K resolution that features 1000 ANSI lumens of brightness that deliver clear, crisp images up to 200 inches. This makes it great for immersive gaming, and I really like it for split screen when I'm playing with friends. It's got Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth, and with Google TV on board, you can access over 7,000 apps to stream virtually anything. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Disney+, HBO Max. I won't name all 7,000 apps, but you get the idea. The unit's built-in NFC feature also lets you conveniently cast your phone to the screen with a single tap, or you can cast normally straight from your phone. The 10-watt JBL stereo speakers feature Dolby audio sound and can actually double as a Bluetooth speaker when the screen is off. Given its wealth of features and impressive image quality, countless positive reviews on Amazon are calling this projector the value king, and now you can snag it for even less during its Black Friday sale. The savings end soon though, so click the link in the description for more info on the Yaber K2S. And it looks like more than one GPU. 7900 XTX, 7900 XTX, 7900 GRE, 7700 XT, another 7700 XT, and the reference 7900 XT that they sent for Bob. Nope, there's one more. RX 7600 XT with what looks to be the Mr. Beast logo. That's really weird. Anyway, AMD sent over all these GPUs to give away to you guys during my and Paul's holiday charity stream that we're doing on December 14th. We're gonna be streaming and gaming all day and giving away all these GPUs. Paul has a ridiculous build that he's handcrafted himself that he'll also be giving away. I think it has like a 4090 in it. I hope you guys can make it. This is a really weird segue, but I just wanted to announce that really quick, that we are doing a December 14th live charity stream, and we're giving away all those graphics cards that you just saw, minus the one for Bob. Getting back on track here, once I learned that AMD was sending over this GPU for Bob, it got me thinking, now I kind of want to upgrade his CPU as well. Maybe something a bit more modern, AM5. With the 7900 XT, I just kind of wanted to go a little further, and I thought, well, then I'm probably going to need to upgrade the cooler, which means I probably need an upgraded case, and then it just kind of went down this rabbit hole where I was like, okay, I'm just going to build a completely revamped system that pretty much throws all the old specs out the window, and it's just going to be a really high-end build. I have not communicated this with Bob in any way, but I'm not going to charge him anything extra. It's just $750 for this build, which will probably be the best Craigslist deal he'll ever get in his life, so I'm sure he'll be happy with that. As far as the specs, the rest of the specs that I'm choosing, it kind of revolves around what I have here in this office, and also what the ideal specs are for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. For a GPU, it actually does suggest a 7900 XT or an RTX 4080. We got that covered. The ideal CPU is either a 14700K or a Ryzen 9 7900X, and I've got one of those right here. So we're gonna use this, which means we need a pretty good cooler on that. That's a good 12 cores, 24 threads. Actually, you know what? Before we do the cooler, let me pick a case. I've got cases. I haven't really fleshed this out, so we're gonna just do this together. I don't really see anything that looks great. There's a lot of like larger towers here, and I don't know what his desk space situation is at home, so I don't want to go too crazy. I think I do have some more smaller cases under these tables here. What is this? Fantex. Let's just see what this, oh, it's right here, idiot. C360A. It is in white though. I don't know if he's gonna like white. Let me just double check what this one is. This is G360A. This must be the black one. Yep, okay, so we got a black one. This actually might work. If there's no better option, I'm just gonna avoid white because it's like a love or hate thing. Black is always a safer bet. The Flux Pro is a great case, but it's just a little big. Other good but big case. This one's not bad. The Asus Tough, the Tough gaming case. You know, I am inclined to say the Fantex case because it's just a bit more narrow than that fish tank is. However, one thing I'm thinking is that, does this even have, my big question for this one is, does it have front panel USB-C? It does not. Okay. What about, I'm pretty sure this one does. Aha, there you are. Okay, I know that's a small detail for some, but if we're gonna be putting in all these high-end specs, it's gotta have front panel USB-C. It just wouldn't feel right. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the Asus Tough case. Let me put this guy back. Maybe one day, little buddy. 502, that's the model name. GT502. Asus Tough case. It's got these nice durable handles. And, oh God, that side panel almost flew off. One-handed legend strikes again. Obviously, I've used this in a build before, which is why it's got some of these fans in here. Ooh, it's got some sleeve cables already, which means power supply, 850 watts. Actually, that's kind of perfect. I'll just leave that right there. And with the 7900 XT, we are gonna need some decent cooling, so maybe a 360 millimeter AIO would be sweet, especially because we can accommodate it right there at the top. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's find a motherboard and memory for this guy. To the motherboard section. That's Intel, boo. AMD stuffs. I don't really have a lot of B650 boards. This might be one of the few B650 boards that I've got that are not in use or haven't been given away already. Okay, the B650 Aorus Elite AX from Gigabyte. Let's just double check that it's the actual board. Sometimes I mismatch my boards in boxes. That looks about right. The Elite boards are actually pretty nice. Definitely far from budget. This is an ATX board. We've got 8 plus 4. That's more than plenty for EPS, and a few M.2 slots there. Actually, yeah, there's probably 2 under here, 1 right there. And we have Wi-Fi, USB. Where's USB-C? Oh, okay. I was like, what? How does this not have USB-C? There it is right there. Perfect. I appreciate how straightforward that was because memory is a little bit tricky for this game. Recommended is 32 gigs, but ideal is 64 gigs. Do you need 64 gigs? There was a video from VR Flight Sim guy, I forget the channel, but he was showing that it doesn't really have a bottom line effect on your average frame rates. But people in the comments and on Reddit and stuff were saying that higher memory, if you go beyond 32 gigs, can actually improve your 1% lows. And the channel that I watched, he wasn't testing 1% lows, he was just looking at average frame rates. So veering on the side of caution and trying to optimize this build as much as we can, let's go for a kit that's above 32 gigs, 64 if we can find it. The only thing is, I'm pretty sure I don't have any 64 gig DDR5 kits. I've got some in DDR4. I'm gonna either plan, this is a big box, maybe, oh no, it's white and it's empty. These are all DDR4. DDR4, those are DDR3. Ew, that's an SSD. This is, what is this? G-Skill, Trident Z Royal DDR5. Oh, 2x24 gig sticks. So this is 48 gigs, sort of a stopgap in between 32 and 64. This is the highest I have, I think. What's the speed? 7200, sheesh. They might look a little funny in this build though, because they are the Royal sticks. These are brand new sticks. These have never been, these are virgin sticks, guys. Virgin sticks, never been rammed. Silver, I'm glad they're silver, not gold. That would look a little tacky in this build particularly. Yeah, these DIMMs are definitely a statement piece in any rig, so it should look pretty sweet in there. Let's talk cooler. So we can do up to a 360 at the top here. I'm thinking liquid cooler. I do have plenty of those on hand. Front is glass, side is glass. We may or may not occupy these with fans. We'll see what fans we got, but let's first focus on a cooler. What is that? A crack? No, ooh. Actually, these are both of these are empty. Wow, God, I should really start marking my boxes. We've got this, oh, that's the Fantex one right there. Maybe I have the accessories for it, maybe I don't, but I'll keep that one in mind. RG Strix one's nice, but it is white. We've got a Glacier one, another Glacier one 360. That could work as well. Oh, that's white, that's white. What do we got here? This isn't too shabby. Damn it, it's white! Seriously? Since when did I get a white one of these? God dang it. Back you go. Maybe we do go with this Fantex one. We can pull the mounting accessories from the other one that we saw right there. Actually, that 240 one will work just fine. We need to throw some fans on here. Ooh, what if we did, hold on, hear me out, because I think do we have enough clearance? We have a good amount of clearance in there. Okay, I'm glad I chose this case because we could use these Fantex T30, the ultimate fan. 30 millimeters thick, baby. These are really top-end, high-performing fans. Question is, do we have 3 of them, and are these 120s or 140s? 120. So we have 2 of them. Can I get a third? Can I get a third? Can I get an amen? Where are they? Oh, mother load. Hello, little babies. 120s, baby. So wait, we have 3 more? I don't know if they're all in here though. Feels pretty light. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, one's gone. Okay, we got one. So we got 3. We actually have 4. Or if we had 2 more, we could put 3 of them down here as well. Oh, let me see. Actually, this one, that's the MP T30. Get out of here, NZXT. No one likes you right now. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, we got 2 of them right here. 2 more. So we could do 3 on the bottom and 3 on the radiator at the top. Yes. Question is, do we put 3 fans on the side as well for intake? I think all we need now is a drive. 1 terabyte capacity should be enough because I think the game's only like 30 gigs. Maybe you need like an extra, I think it was an extra 20 gig buffer when you're like loading things if you're loading a flight path. But that's one of the big changes with this version of Flight Sim is that it's not like 400 gigs once you have, you know, all of the world's data loaded up on your drive. They're using cloud storage to pull a lot of that information, so it makes the install size much smaller. 3D TLC Gen 4, it's a Gen 4 drive, 1 terabyte, sounds good to me. I'll put links to all the parts in the description script if you want to check them out, but shout out again to AMD for being the bros and hooking Bob up with this GPU. It was totally unexpected, and had they not offered, I wouldn't have even thought to upgrade this PC to be as high-end as it is, so really channeling the Christmas spirit there, Team Red, good on you. But with that said, I'm gonna put this together really quick, and then we'll be ready for takeoff. The build is complete. It's looking good. How glorious is that? Absolutely beautiful. But there's a couple things to note here. For one, I was planning to do some memory testing with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, but I've decided that I'm not going to do that in this video for a number of reasons. For one, I don't have the kits necessary, the memory kits necessary to really pull off the most fair comparisons. I would ideally like a 16 gig, 32 gig, 64, and maybe even a 96 gig kit with the same CAS latency, frequency, all that stuff in order to make the fairest benchmarks, but I don't have those. So I'm going to have to wait on that. Also, Microsoft Flight Simulator has been taking forever to load. You can see it's at the loading screen right now. I've just launched the game. It's been taking me over an hour to load into the game just to get a first flight in, which is very annoying when I have to swap out memory sticks, you know, and reboot every time, having to wait an hour and a half, up to an hour and a half at times, guys. Some people online are having the same experience. Others are able to get into the game within a few minutes, but it's just a shit show right now. This is one of the downsides, huge downsides of having all of your data stored on the cloud versus locally. I get that it saves capacity on your storage drive and stuff like that, but damn, there's some serious downsides to that. But more importantly, there's been a huge development in our story today. I really need a haircut, I know. So while I was in the middle of building this PC, I messaged Bob and let him know that the build was taking place this week, that it would be done soon, and he let me know that he doesn't need it anymore. Apparently, his son has already started building his own gaming PC, which I think is the better option. I think that's fantastic. I think it's gonna be a good father-son bonding experience, but long story short is he doesn't need the system anymore, which begs the question, what do I do with it now? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with it. I'm going to give it away to one of you guys. That's right, I'm now adding this system to the giveaway prize pool for Paul and I's charity stream on December 14th. One more reason to join in on the fun while we raise money for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. We're gonna be giving away a ton of graphics cards, and now 2 systems, not just the one that Paul's giving away, but this one as well. As they say, one man's trash is another man's gaming PC. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. But why stop there, I figured? Why don't we keep going if we can keep going? So I'm actually going to do something crazy and upgrade it again, using the hardware that AMD sent over with this Sapphire Pulse Radeon RX 7900 XTX on top of the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, currently the fastest gaming CPU on the market. No big deal.
Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that Bob was gonna no-show? Oh baby, baby, this PC has got no high.